So we'll get those folks in here.
Perfect. Perfect.
So what did I miss?
What did you miss? Well,
So quick thoughts. First off, Biden sounded like he was sick. When he
yes.
first came out, he was trying to stifle coughs. His voice sounded weak and feeble. And his stutter was more pronounced now than it has been in the past. And I'm assuming that's just probably age related. I'm assuming between nervousness and some age related deterioration, we're seeing more of that from him. And Trump did, for the folks that saw it, I don't know if you're subscribed to Susan Lin. She had put out a video earlier today, pretty much nailing what happened. She said, "No, Biden is going to." She said, "Biden will wipe the floor with him," which I don't know if I would agree with that necessarily, but from a pure debate point of view, we absolutely did because Biden actually answered the questions.
Yes,
but she said that Trump was just going to lie and be loud and confident with his stuff. And when he doesn't want to answer a question, he'll go back to his lies. And he's going to talk about the border and inflation and Hunter Biden, just the normal things that he's going to do. Now, probably about half an hour in, Biden started getting pissed off. And it started with the women's abortion rights. He started getting some strength, and you could hear his voice was kind of croaky because he wasn't feeling well, but he could challenge that. But I was writing notes here. At the point Trump did not, and he said, I came into the election because of Charlottesville. When I saw what happened in Charlottesville, I realized I needed to throw my hat in the ring to get this guy out of office. And Trump said, Charlottesville never happened. It was a lie. And the look on Biden's face, he was slack-jawed. Now, a lot of times Biden was looked like he was mouth breathing like a guppy. But the minute he said that, you could see his demeanor change. And Biden started getting angrier. And when he was angry, his energy went up. And he started becoming more forceful. Biden was asked, how are you going to pay for Social Security? He goes, we're going to make the wealthy pay their fair share. Boom, done. Powerful statement. Like, is there anything else? And he's like, oh, yeah, and there are a couple other things. But he had a forceful message, and he said it, and he answered it. Trump says that Biden lies about everything. Oh, well, there's projection. And Trump also said, historians say that Trump was the best president ever, and Biden wasn't. And Biden just he's like, you're delusional. Nobody's ever said that. But Biden needs to hit him more like that. Biden then started throwing shade. He said at one point, so your doctor says you're 6'5" and 220 pounds. And that's what you tell people. Trump's, I never say that. It's like, what, 6'4"?
Yeah.
And then he's just look at him. And then Trump kept twice was saying that Nancy Pelosi was offered 10,000 troops and that her daughter made a film, and Nancy Pelosi admitted to it today that the insurrection was all her fault. I haven't even looked that up, but I know that categorically that's a lie. But Biden didn't push back on it. Call out the lie. And then Biden, a couple of times, Biden called Trump a whiner. Yes. And he needs to do that. He needs to just hammer the guy. Shit, man. If Biden just starts lying, he should start lying. Do the same thing Trump does. When Trump was saying, the head of the UN said Trump was the best president ever. If I were Biden, I would have fired back. I talked with that guy last week. He actually said you were the shittiest president ever. Yeah. You don't believe me? Go talk to him.
Yeah.
It's and I would have said, and there were a couple other guys in the room, we were all laughing. They were laughing about how feeble you were. And then probably would have made some comment about his incontinence.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I talked to the guy. He couldn't quite remember who you were until I said, you're the guy that wears diapers. And then he went, oh, shit, him?
That guy, it's, and I get it. Biden treats the office with respect. But the thing is, this isn't a gentleman's boxing match. This is a mudslinging pig wrestling match. Yes. And if you want to win a mudslinging pig wrestling match, you got to get in the mud pit with the pigs. You're going to get dirty. You might as well just pull the gloves off and go at it, because otherwise Trump is just going to make stuff up, and people are, the Trumpers They didn't change their mind.
No.
Biden supporters are disappointed, but are still going to vote for Biden.
Yes.
Um, Women, young people, and independents. Linda G just put something up there on the community page saying that exit polling with the independents isn't showing any movement of their votes one way or
Yes.
another. And I think it's kind of the it's after this debate, it's going to be the crap. I don't want to vote for that old guy. He's sounding feeble, but do I want Trump again? You know, it's like they're voting against Trump as opposed to voting for Biden.
Yes.
And I'm
And
angry. I am angry about this. He was poorly prepared, and I don't mean poorly prepared as in he didn't know his facts. I mean poorly prepared in they should have known what was going to happen, and he wasn't ready for it, and he
yeah,
came across terrible.
yeah, I think that there was a lot of things that in a lot of ways that maybe he should have fought back. But what I'd said earlier was that, you know, this debate was a moment in time.
Yeah,
Uh, what Biden and what his administration have done counts for a lot more than just this moment in time. Um, I think that over the next little while, over the next few weeks, as we get more and more, I mean, there'll be sound bites. They'll be playing this over and over and over again. Um, and there'll be an opportunity to fact check some of the stuff that Trump said. And yeah, it will be okay. And then this is a lie. Oh, yeah. And then this is a lie. And this is a lie. So, you know, the Biden isn't in the White House. He's not making snap decisions. It's not like someone is coming up to him and saying, yeah, we need an answer on such and such right now. Hurry up. What are you going to tell me? He
yeah,
has
he
people
collaborates.
around him, right?
He
He
collaborates,
collaborates.
listens to
He
people's
listens.
ideas, and then goes with the best idea that using his
Exactly.
experience. I did talk with my
Exactly.
brother like 15, 20 minutes after the debate. I recorded my video for this, which will go up tonight. Um, and you know, Gary and I are on the same page with this one.
Yeah.
Um, and Gary's suggestion was, and he gave the CNN moderators a D. He said
Oh,
basically, the minute Trump
yes.
didn't answer the question, 5 to 10 seconds in, if he's not answering the question, mute his mic, repeat the question, and then tell him he needs to answer the question, or you can mute his mic again. But they didn't do that. So when Trump didn't want to answer a question, he attacked the border, he attacked inflation. He said Joe Biden was the worst president ever, and just nope, does what Trump does, repeat his mantras until everybody believes it.
Yeah. That's exactly what he did. And I do agree with you that and I said earlier, I'm really, really disappointed in CNN in that they did not call Trump on the BS, Trump on the
Yeah,
things that he was lying about and saying and so on. You know, I would have jumped on him on what was it? Charlottesville. Oh, do tell. You know
yeah,
what? Give us more information on how you saw that. You said that there was good people on both sides. What were you referring to? If it wasn't to that, so yeah, I'm very very disappointed um, in CNN and the job that they did. But I think ultimately, yeah, I don't know that this is going to hurt Biden that much.
it did him no favors
Well,
with the young
exactly.
people and the independents. He did himself no favors in the debate with this. For I shared this with my page. I'm starting to see a lot of folks jumping in here. For the folks that have jumped in the last 5-10 minutes, you missed my rant. Sorry. But long and short of it, yeah, started off. Biden absolutely sounded like he had a cold or was recovering from a cold.
Yes.
Definitely sounded like he had a sore throat. He couldn't project his voice. He was trying to stifle coughs, that sort of thing. And, you know, at the end of my video, I was just grumping at Spirit. It's like, what did we do wrong that we had to have this? Why couldn't we have a Biden that was confident? It's like, are you just afraid that we weren't going to vote for Biden, so you have to just add drama to it? Do we really have to add a half twist into this triple somersault? I mean, degrees of difficulty. I don't think we're getting graded on degrees of difficulty here. And if
Yeah,
we are, I'm out. F you. You know
yeah,
what? It's hard enough to do this without you throwing curveballs at it and making it even harder.
yeah,
See
yeah.
if I
It
come back
was.
to this damn world again. F
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Do it yourself next time. You want it so bad, you do it.
yes,
Jerks.
yes, absolutely. And yeah,
Like
see,
it's moments like this that I really regret any spiritual decision I made on the other side. And I really want to look around and blame the people around me. It's like, I think I was perfectly happy up there, and y'all convinced me to come down, that I was going to help, and I got suckered into it. F you. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
yes, yeah, yeah,
And it's
exactly.
probably just me being scared because it's like,
Yeah,
because I know
yeah,
what's on stake. We all know. We know what's at stake here. This is really obvious what's at stake. And how
yes,
could Biden's team, yeah, that part really, go hire Susan Lin. I'm sure she won't charge you a fortune, or maybe
yeah,
she should.
yeah, yeah. This is what you say. This is what you do. And I mean, I get it. This is a it wasn't his finest moment. Um, I think that a lot of people will recognize that yes, he was not feeling well. He was recovering from something.
Yeah,
So give him give him a little bit of leeway for that, and know that this is a man that truly loves his country. He has been in service for a very long time. He is doing the best that he can with what he has. And there was a couple of times when I was watching some of the replay, that I I thought when Trump was talking about, oh my gosh, what was it? Oh yeah, the journalist that is on trial in Russia. Yeah, right after I'm elected. Yeah, you know, we're going to have him back. And yeah, we're not going to pay $6 billion because yeah, Biden, the last time he paid whatever, it was like, if you wanted to win the hearts and minds of the American people and you have the power to do that, you should have done it.
right.
Right? You should have done it. And then to say that, I have the biggest heart on this stage. Really?
Yeah,
Really? What have you given up? What have you done? So, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, the other one that Biden actually scored real points is when he kept hitting him with the losers and suckers. And when Trump denied it, he said, "John Kelly, your four-star general, said it. Well, I fired him." It's like, oh, you fired the guy, so you admit that you said it because that's why you fired him. No, I
Yes.
fired him because he was a loser. It's just like, but that was a moment where Biden did the right thing. He
Yeah.
stated the source and said it was a four-star general. Your chief of staff was there and
Yeah.
said you said it.
Yeah. And yeah. And I think that yeah, he
And I
followed
would,
up. Yeah, my son wasn't a loser or whatever, but you
yeah.
are.
And my son, and I would have hit him with, and my son didn't have bone spurs,
Yes. Yeah.
magically disappearing bone spurs. And I would have called him a coward at that point.
Yes. Yeah. I know.
All these people went to Vietnam, and you claimed you had bone spurs. You lied about that. You coward.
Yes.
And yeah, see, that's put me in, coach. I'll
Put
take
me.
this guy down.
I know.
God.
I know. It's frustrating because yeah,
Yeah. You think?
yeah, we're all behind him. Like, come on, Joe. This here, read this one. Read this one. Yeah, to get him over the finish line. But you know what? Historically, incumbents don't do well on the first debate. So, okay, there is that. There's a lot of things that are going with it, but yeah, it's frustrating in a lot of ways because yeah, we do realize what's at stake. And
Yeah.
I'd said earlier, you know what? Yeah, if the Republicans get in, this will be the last opportunity you will ever have to vote on anything. Because where are you going to go? Who are you going to appeal to? Who are you going to say this is unfair? You're, yeah, yeah. It's not going to work out well. So absolutely, have to take control. So, ah, all righty.
I'm hoping while you have Trudeau in there, actually, probably if Trudeau doesn't get reelected, and your Pierre the populist gets in there, I really do hope you guys do build a wall to keep the Americans out. I would build the United States for it too.
Yes. Yeah.
Should have done that in 2016. Think of all the jobs and infrastructure you'd be creating too.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. That. Yeah. We do have our own issues. There was by-election that just happened a couple days ago in a very, very liberal.
You mean the St. Paul Toronto election? Yeah.
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 That. I mean, it was as liberal as you can get, and it went to a conservative, and that is that should be that canary in the
Yeah, it's alarming. It's
line.
alarming when something like that happens. And
Yes.
um, I like Justin Trudeau, but honestly, folks that are suggesting he should step down, he should step down at this point. Not because he can't lead, but
Yeah.
in some ways, step down to preserve what you've got left of your legacy. Let somebody else with fresher ideas get in there and see if you can salvage this thing. Because it just sounds like the
Yeah.
folks in Canada, they like him well enough, but they're tired of this meal and they want something different. They
Yes.
want something maybe spicier. Well, fine. Let them have. Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I I really don't want Canada to go down the same road that the United States went down. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But sometimes you have to piss on the electric fence to remind yourself why you don't piss on the electric fence.
Yes.
And that's what it feels like. And whenever I do a Justin Trudeau reading, good Lord, the comments that come out there. People have such vitriol for that young man.
Yes, they do.
And I
Yeah.
haven't seen anything that he's done. Granted, I'm an American who does not see Canadian politics as much. I don't understand the vitriol. He seems to be a fairly well balanced, empathetic leader. I could be wrong on that. But my friends that I'm visiting, neither one of them like him. One's a blue collar worker, and the other one's more in
Yeah.
business, and they feel like, who's that? The mayor of Toronto who died of drug overdoses, or his brother died of drug
Yeah.
overdoses.
Yeah. Yeah. I know who you
They're
mean.
Doug Ford.
Doug Ford. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
Yes.
love Doug Ford. Thought he was the greatest guy ever. And it's like, oh, somebody had a crack problem. Who cares, dude? I care.
Yeah.
I have a real big problem. I mean, talk to Dr. Mayor Marion Barry from Washington D.C. about his crack problem. I guess apparently that's not a big thing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's I think a lot of people are against Justin Trudeau simply because he was Pierre Elliott Trudeau's son. That was for a lot of people, that was just the the mark of the beast, right?
Yeah.
And so anything that he did or has done, it's always viewed in the light of, yeah, but your father, right? Which is it unfair to him. really unfair. And I know I've had discussions with people that when we had um, that the medical incident that happened a couple years ago, um, there was our economy was looking like it was going to start to suffer.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people who had lost their jobs because of it and so on. What he did was anyone who lost their job as a result, rather than get unemployment insurance or employment insurance, it was a standard, I think it was like $2,500 a month. You apply for it, you get it. Boom, that's
Yeah.
it. It kept the economy going.
Yeah.
Right? It kept us afloat. And a lot of people were talking afterwards, particularly about the fact that, well, yeah, now we have this deficit and now this and now that. And my standard question was, okay, so when you could that CERB check, when it showed up, you
Did
returned
you
it,
return
right?
it, right?
Yeah. Like clearly you're a person of principles and morals. You said no, thank you.
Right.
And
And what he did was the right thing. And yeah,
yeah,
you're going to go into debt for it, but that's one of those instances where it's better to go in debt and save your economy than try and not spend the money and get your economy decimated, because that's going to take
exactly.
longer to bounce back from. This time, you just have to tighten your belt a bit
Yes.
and maybe raise taxes to pay it back. But once you've got it paid back, then,
Yeah.
or you just go back again, you just go to a non-deficit spending model. Inflation's going to knock down that debt to something really manageable, to the point where you could just pay it off and you won't even think twice about it. And right now we're seeing high inflation, so that would be uh,
Exactly.
your best bet with it.
Yeah, exactly. There's things that that have happened with his government that are kind of, you raise an eyebrow and you go, really, like,
Yeah.
um, but it's not like one side is better than the other, because the conservatives, when they were in power, oh my goodness, we had inflation, we had rising prices, we had a whole bunch of very unpleasant things. Um, and one of our prime ministers basically um, sold our water to the U.S. And so that was, um,
Water's the new gold,
Harper.
man.
Yeah, yeah, Harper. Um, Oh, was it? No, it wasn't Harper. It was the one before, Mulrooney. That's what it was. Yes, Mulrooney. Um, and it was, people voted against it. He had a referendum on it, and people voted against it, and he still went ahead and did it anyway. So, do we have our fair share of nasty people up here? Yeah, we do, but ours aren't always as vocal as the US is. But so um I think that this is going to work out better, for Biden in the long run. um but
And not gonna get worse.
I feel your frustration. I really do.
I,
Okay. Do we want to throw cards on how Biden is doing? We've had a few people who have said, "Are you going to
I
throw
did.
cards?"
You know what? I had my analysis. I might do another video, because one of the things I didn't cover in my video was all of Trump's lies and how people reacted to it. I just asked how independents and women voters
Yeah.
react to it. Hang on, let me get my stuff.
All right. Yes, Sheila. Olivier is very much. Yeah.
Go
Yes.
Go to the crystal cabinet.
Woo!
Dropping my pre-night. The healer needs his healing stone.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Um, uh, oh, he
This
is so,
reading is for entertainment purposes only.
yes.
Do not
He,
try this at home. We are
yeah,
trained professionals.
yes, absolutely.
Chris,
And
I wouldn't be worried. I'd be angry.
yeah,
Literally, if you get one of those text messages saying send $50 to Biden, send him a nasty gram back. So I'll give you $50 with Biden when you put a hot poker up his butt and get that guy getting angry and attacking. Stop being passive. This is exactly my brother's complaint with Democrats. Pearl clutching. Oh, the sky is falling. We don't know what to do. Get angry. Avenatti had the right idea. When they go low, punch harder.
yes,
Don't go high. Get down, punch them harder. Because when you punch them hard, you know what they do? They whine like little grots.
yes,
You hit me. Hit them again until they
yeah,
stop crying, until they run away.
that's right.
They don't know what to do with that. They always project themselves as the strong men, but they're just wimps. They don't know what to do with resistance like that. Grumble, grumble, grumble. What was I reading on again?
I know. How's
How Trump felt he did, or
yeah? How's Biden doing right now?
how's Biden doing? Okay,
How's
yeah,
Biden doing?
it's the energy around Biden post confusion. Waters are muddied. I think he knows he did shitty. He absolutely knows
Yeah,
he did a shitty job with this. And what the hell? This is like a what the hell happened? And you know what? Biden he curses like a sailor. Apparently, he and Melania probably have curse offs. He is probably ripping people new ones right now if he's got the energy to do it because he's not feeling well.
yeah,
Um, Queen of Pentacles. His health was not good. He was having health problems. That's obvious. But they dropped the ball on this one, and basically they got what they deserved for what they were going into, or maybe they know what they're going into. They got what they deserved on this one. This was, and maybe they think it wasn't a fair fight because it wasn't. You had one guy treating this debate like a normal debate, and you had another guy that was lying and cheating and saying
yes,
everything, and there was nobody holding him to account. So if nobody's going to hold him to account, you have to do it yourself. In the past, we have the high priestess. Lesson learned. You thought he learned the lesson the first time, which is why they muted microphones and stuff like
yeah,
that. Trump brought out a new tactic. Current situation, Ten of Pentacles. They're going to look at Biden's health, and there's going to be questions on Biden's health because he did not come across strong. It's going to impact fundraising. If he wants to be victorious, he's going to have to make changes. He's going to have to do something different. He can't do that same thing. So the lesson we learned: do something different, a new start. You can't do the old ways of doing things. The old ways don't work. Do something different. Come up with new ideas, a new way of doing it. You can't use the old methods. The old methods don't work. Use the new ones. I think they're going to have to come up with new ideas on this one. I forget when. I don't know when the next debate is, but they better get their act together.
yes. And the watching CNN, the post debate comments, one of the things that pretty much everyone mentioned was, oh my God, his Biden's team knows what a disaster this was, and they are going to have to think about a plan B because clearly, Biden isn't fit to be the nominee. And what are they going to do at this late stage and so
Yeah.
on? Well,
Did I
you know,
mention that one of the CNN guys was saying they're saying, well, they're going to need to have Biden step down and bring somebody else in. That's not happening.
no,
That is not in basically the end of June of 2024 with 4 months to go. That's not
yes,
happening. And if big
yes,
Democratic donors want that, well, tough luck.
yes,
This is who you've got. Do you want an autocracy or not? That's where your vote's going to be. You don't really have a choice here.
Yes,
But
exactly.
Biden and his team, for their part, they need to do better.
Yes,
They
they
need to
do.
do different.
Yeah, yes, they do. I think that we'll see him in the next debate, if there is a next debate. I don't know that there will be. I think that uh, Trump is probably going to say, "Oh no, okay, I think maybe I did better on this one than I thought I would. I'm not taking the chance on doing it again."
Yeah,
Um,
that's very possible. Or he
yeah,
might say, but he's a malignant narcissist, so he might also say, "I wiped the floor with them this time. I'll do it again. I'll just do the same thing because it's free advertising. I've got
yeah,
100 million people watching this, hearing my message. I'm going to do. I would say he'll do it again. Uh, Biden did nothing to make Trump not want to go to a second debate. If now,
no,
if the roles were reversed and Biden had as strong a performance with the audience that I think Trump did, Trump would not want a second debate.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, I know. Martha says, or who was it? Who was it that said many readers got this one? Oh, Michelle. Yeah, many tarot readers I watch called this one wrong. Some got it right. Hey, wrong here. I was I was pretty sure that Trump was going to leave. That the first question that he got that he didn't want to answer was going to be, I don't need this. Yeah. Uh,
Okay, I have a question for the audience. I'm putting Kamala in a timeout for right now. Is this somebody who was basically noting a troll alert? Is Kamala the person that you were um, saying is trolling? If not, Kamala is only on a brief timeout. And it's only because I can't make sense out of what they're posting. It's basically saying ultra MAGA.
yeah. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Danielle, I know that I have moderators on my channel. I don't know if David has moderators on his channel.
I do, but I don't think anybody's on here right now.
Ah, okay. All
But if
right.
somebody in all caps would say, would that
Oh,
was
okay.
Kamala the
Kamala
one that was
is
trolling?
mega. Yeah. Okay. Kamala is mega. So yeah,
Yeah.
get rid of Kamala. There you
Okay.
go.
I only briefly put her in a timeout or him in a timeout. I'm assuming it's a him because they just put Kamala's name in there. And lovely, they came in through my channel. How lovely.
Yeah. um, okay. How is Biden doing? Yeah, he realizes and he knows that the Five of Cups. He knows that this was not his best performance. He knows that he's going to be judged on it. Um, and he does feel in a way like this was like the opportunity was stolen from him. It wasn't really stolen as much as maybe he just kind of gave it away. Um, I'm still willing to kind of say, well, okay, he's when you're, it's hard to be on your best game when you're not feeling good.
Yeah.
I I totally get that. And if it was any other time, I think that he probably would have reacted differently. But this this one got him. Although I also get the world in that this is um, it's done, it's completed, uh, and oh, wait a minute, we have a comment here. Misha Casil, did you see the huge bump under Trump's eye?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, wasn't even looking for it. Might have to go back. Oh, maybe Melania said, no, I'm not going to be there. And then smacked him. Yeah, I think, like I said, this is, they are going to look to different alternatives. They are going to do something different. It's, um, oh, and Gavin Newsom is calling for Biden to step down. No, you don't change horses in midstream. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Um, so yeah, a little disappointing. Would you? Oh my goodness. Okay, we have got 1,206 people here right now. I did not 12:15. Okay. This is a really good time for me to tell all you guys that are here from David's channel to please go over to my channel and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm as much fun as he is.
And sometimes more.
I
Oftentimes
I have a
more.
cat too, okay? I also have a dog. So but yeah, I think I'm like 130 away from 3,000, which I know doesn't sound like an awful lot, but yeah. So if you could do that for me, that would be great.
News
Okay.
headlines: Gavin Newsom at debate. On Fox News, Governor Gavin Newsom at presidential debate, quote, I would never turn my back on President Biden, unquote. USA Today, Biden supported by Democratic leaders, Newsom married Trump at debate. Pundits suggest Biden drop out after shaky debate, but Gavin Newsom dismisses running. So he didn't say it. Sorry.
Okay. There you go. There you go. That's I am sure that the people over at Fox are, oh my God,
They're having a field day for sure.
they're orgasmic at this moment. Um, yeah, they're going to make a lot out of this. So, um, yeah. Anyway, it's at the end of the day, you know what? He Biden is, in a lot of ways, he is the the hero kind of this story, but it's like, he's battle weary. We got to cut him a little bit of slack. So, and I still see him winning. That hasn't changed at all. Um, yeah, and oh, thanks, Dan. What is this? Okay. All right. So yeah, I had earlier on. I had Book Bewitch asked when we were doing the Golden Girls um, if you and Gary and I were going to do kind of an after debate show, and I said no, I don't think so. I didn't, and yet here we are.
Here we
So
are.
this was meant to be. It's
I would have sent the invite to Gary, but again, Gary gets up about 4:30 in the morning, and he's usually in bed before nine o'clock at night because he's done. He's
yeah,
toast at that point. So
that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. We can tell him all about it, and I'm sure he's just as frustrated. But that one of the things that I hope that the Democrats will take away from all this is take a page from the Republicans' playbook. Okay, get a little tough.
yeah,
Say the quiet parts out loud. Don't worry so much about politeness and trying to appeal to everyone. Sometimes yeah, like you say, you got to piss in the electric fence.
yep.
So yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys, thank you for being here. I had thought that I might end up being here by myself, but yeah, me and all my friends, and I'm so glad that you popped in, David, and you could come on. That is fantastic. I can't wait for your video later on.
I might actually have it go live instead of at midnight. I might have it go live a couple hours early, and I'll just do another follow up on because I
Oh,
didn't
that
ask
would
questions
be great.
about how did Trump saying that Charlottesville didn't happen. What's going to happen with something along those lines.
Yes.
because
Yeah.
I mean, as much as you want to deny about January 6th and everything along those lines, to flat out say that didn't happen is delusional. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how a Trumper could say that it didn't happen. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
curious about that.
Exactly. Totally. And I just very quickly, where are we here? I just just want to show this. Hello, Marina. What a lovely name. Yes. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for allowing us to
Yeah,
vent.
we all needed to.
Yes. And oh, somebody wants me to post my YouTube channel. It I'm just going to give you the back end of it. I mean, it's YouTube like everyone else. And it ends in a heart centered tarot. There you go. Yeah. So, well, tomorrow is a new day. We still have the 11th to look forward to. I think that he might end up doing a little prison time. Not on the not on the mishandling funds or the financial end of things, but um, for the gag order, define the gag order. So we'll see what happens there. And yes, Supreme Court decisions coming tomorrow. That will be interesting. Yeah. All righty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, David, for
Yep.
hopping up with me. And
Thank
just,
you, and thank you for everyone for showing up. Do appreciate it.
yes, absolutely. Do enjoy having you on here and just breathe. Just breathe. That's all any of us can do. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.